All right, so yesterday we learned about comparing fractions, but using the method where we have to find the least common multiple. Today I am going to show you the trick to being able to compare fractions even if they have different, thank you, even if they have different denominators. Because when they have the same denominator, it's super easy because you would just look at the numerator and you can tell right away which number is greater than the other. Because remember, when we're comparing, we're using greater than, less than, or equal to. So what is the trick? Well, the trick is called cross multiplication. So in your notebooks, you should have written down comparing fractions using cross multiplication, or you can write down exactly the way I have written down here on the screen. Like this is your notes. These are your
That
notes.
sounds. May I use note paper?
Well, that's what I asked you to do, is to get a notebook and write down these notes. So
Oh, but I have separate note paper. Can I use that instead?
instead of what, Nico?
Instead of a notebook, can I just use a paper with the lines on it?
Okay, so in your notebook or on your notebook paper, whichever one, you are writing your notes for cross multiplication. We have two fractions here that we are going to compare. 5/9 and 4/7. So what is the trick? Well, it's cross multiplication. The first thing that we will do is multiply this denominator, 9, by the numerator of the other fraction is 4. We are going to multiply those two numbers together, 9 times 4, and we get 36. Step 2. We multiply the denominator, the 7 in this case, by the numerator of the other fraction, 7 times 5, and we get 35. You need to know your multiplication tables. 35 is less than 36, therefore 5/9 is less than 4/7, okay? That is the trick. It's called cross multiplication.
Wait up. There.
Please write in these notes. Okay, so as we look at it, the pink arrow, we follow it. This, as I just said, this 9 times 4 equals 36 corresponds here to this fraction. So we're looking at 36 for this. We follow the green arrow. Multiplying 7 times 5, we get 35. It corresponds to this fraction. 35 is less than 36. Therefore, 5/9, because the 35 corresponds to this fraction, is less than the 4/7 because 36 corresponds to this fraction. Okay, let's try some problems. So I'm going to give you this problem, write it down in your notebook, and try to answer it. Okay, tell me what I need to do, Adriana.
First, you have to multiply 6 times 8.
Wait. Okay, so, and I'm going to get
48.
Okay, what do I need to do next?
Then you have to multiply 10 times 5.
Yes, and I'm going to get
50.
Okay. So what is my answer going to be?
5/6 is greater than 8/10.
Yes, greater than. Perfect. Okay, tell me what I need to do.
First, you multiply times 5, which is 20. And then 2, which is also 2.
Okay, so you multiplied, sorry, I'm trying to do this so you got a 20 over here, and you got a 20 over here.
No.
So that tells us what, Julieta?
That they're equal.
That they are indeed equal.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Okay.
Do I just say the answer?
No, I want you to tell me the steps.
So first you do 4 times 5.
Okay, so 5 times 4. And what do you
Equals
get?
20.
Oh, why did I write like that? Okay. Okay. What's my next step?
You do 3 times 7.
7 times 3. Think about the denominator first, and then it goes towards the numerator, and then we have this number over here, kind of floating over here. And what is that?
21.
21. Yes. Okay.
So therefore 3/5 is bigger.
Yes. But we read it from left to right. So we would read it 4/7 is, what would we say here?
Smaller?
No, what are the words for this? What's the name? When we see this symbol, we use, there's very particular words. Okay, but but we're reading from left to right. So we see 4/7 is less than
3/5.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay. Tell me what I need to do, Janae.
First, I have a question. At the bottom of 2, is it a 3?
You mean this number here?
Yes, I can't see.
It is an 8.
Oh, okay. So 3 times 8. 3 times 8 would be what was it?
Okay, so what are you doing? You're 8 times
24. 3 times 8 would be 24. Would be 24. And then 4 times 2 would be 8.
Yes.
And so 3 times 8 is greater than 2 times 4.
But I need you to read it to me in using the fractions, please.
Oh, 24.
No,
is
that's
greater
not the
than
fraction.
8.
That's not the fraction that we're looking at. We're looking at this fraction here. Read it to me.
Oh, 3/4 is greater than 2/3. 2/3.
It's 2/8.
2/8.
Yes. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you, Janae. Everybody needs the lesson. Okay, so go ahead and tell me, what do I need to do, Regina?
8 times 3.
8 times 3. And that gives me what?
24.
24. Great. What's my next step?
4 times 5, that is 20.
4 times 5 gives me 20. Okay, perfect. So now I know the answer to compare these two fractions is going to, how are we going to read that, Regina?
3. The big,
Is it less than, equal to, or greater than?
greater than.
So we would say 3/4 is greater than 5/8. Perfect. Thank you, Regina. Okay, let's go to the next problem. There we go. There's the
Can I
next
do the
problem.
next one, Miss Holmes? Can I do this one?
Is that Roberto?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Roberto.
Okay. I'm writing the problem. Okay. First, you have to multiply 10 times 1, which gives you 10.
Okay. 10.
Next, you have to multiply 3 times 1, which gives you 3.
Okay.
Okay. Then you have to make sure. Then you have to say which one is larger. And if you watch closely, 10 is larger. So the answer is going to be 1/10.
The answer is 1/10 what? No, you have to read me the statement. 1/10 is
Okay.
less than, greater than, or
Therefore-
equal to. Yes, okay.
Therefore, 1/10 is larger
No,
than.
no. If we have a 10 over here and we have a 3 over here, this fraction is not larger. What is it?
What?
You multiplied 10 by 1. This denominator by
Yes.
this numerator, you gave me a 10. So this 10 refers to this fraction. Then you told me that we were going to multiply 3 times 1, and we get a 3. So this 3 refers to this fraction. So now we read
1/3.
from left to right the fraction statement using either greater than, less than, or equals to. So we would say, what would we?
1/3 is larger.
Well, read it from left to right. We read from left to right in English. So it would be
1/10 is less than 1/3.
excellent. There you go. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you, Roberto. Good job. There's the next problem. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Esteban.
How many more are there?
Esteban, please talk me through the next problem. What do I need to do first, Esteban? Esteban, are you there? Esteban? Okay, no.
I can do it.
How
May I
about,
do it?
let's try Antonia.
May I?
Antonia, are you there? Antonia, tell me what I need to do.
You have to multiply 6 by 4.
Great.
Which gives you 24.
Okay, yes.
Then 9 times 3.
Then 9 times 3, and that gives me
27.
27. Okay.
Then 27 is larger than 24. So that means that 3 over 6 is larger than 4 over 9?